Hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing the structure of the breeding industry. So in each country there is a structure that is recognizable which is responsible for breeding. So the structure of the breeding industry is pyramid shaped. But the pyramid is divided into three parts. There is the top part where we have got elite breeders. Then we've got the middle part where we have what we call multipliers. Then obviously the bottom part, which is made up of what we call producers or general producers. Now, what is the role of elite breeders? Who occupies the elite breeder column? Elite breeders, these are guys who are producing a lot of pure breeds. When they produce the pure breeds, they have done a lot of work. So what they do, they have got their population. Let's just say in the poultry industry, they've got a population of birds, certain type of birds. So if I'm going to give an example, let's say the black australorp. So there, they do a lot of record keeping and they're focusing on certain traits or certain characteristics that they know are wanted by the producers as well as the multipliers. Let's just say maybe they are looking at growth rates. So what they do, they are selecting for growth, or they are selecting for meat quality, or they are selecting for even egg size, egg color. Now, these traits, they make sure that they are keeping thorough records so that what they do is proper, because they wouldn't want to disappoint everyone downstream there by actually disseminating false information. So they do a lot of selection, as I said, and also they might even do DNA analysis so that these traits that they are selecting for are really correct. They don't want to disseminate anything that is incorrect downstream. What else do they do? As I said previously, pure breeding. It involves even inbreeding itself. So which means they can actually mate brothers and sisters. They can actually mate grandparents and grandchildren. But why do they do this? They are doing this so that they can fix favorable alleles or favorable characteristics. They want these characteristics for growth, as the example that I gave there, for meat quality and eggs, to be fixed. They are aware that the parents or even the grandparents were having those alleles or genes. And even in the grandchildren, they are aware that those genes have also been transmitted, so they would want to bring those characteristics together or those alleles together. But as I said, that's what we call inbreeding, and it results in pure breeds. They are not worried about the consequences of unfavorable alleles, because remember, when you're trying to fix a certain favorable allele, it also results in unfavorable alleles being fixed as well. But these ones, they have done the calculations, they have looked at the risks, they know that they will always get the best result. So the products that elite breeders are giving us are actually pure breeds. Yes, they are actually pure breeds. So now, as you can see that this whole work that they are doing, it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of resources. If they are going to involve DNA analysis, if they are going to keep these populations and keeping records, thorough records, maybe in softwares and databases, it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of resources. So what then they do when they get their pure breeds is now to disseminate those pure breeds downstream. To who now? To multipliers. So multipliers were waiting for these pure breeds to be done so that now they can buy from two multipliers, they can buy from two elite breeders. So the multipliers can buy from two elite breeders, 3 elite breeders. What they are buying, we call them lines. Alright, so here they can buy line A. From here they can get line A, they can get line B, they can get line C. So they can get many lines there. Alright, let's just say line A is for female animals, or female, let's say for hens. Then line B is for cockerel, isn't it? The male animals. So now, line A was actually having the characteristics for, let's just say for meat quality. Line B was actually having the characteristics, let's just say for egg color, egg size, isn't it? So what they are doing here is to bring these characteristics that have been done by the elite breeders, they are bringing them together. And now that's what we call complementarity, where characteristics are brought together and we see the product in there, and we see the product that now we are given by the multiplier. But as you can see that if you are going to use different lines, already that is crossbreeding. So which means the elite breeders, they are actually involved in a pure breeding, as I said previously. And we now see that with the multipliers here, they are actually doing a lot of crossbreeding, because they are now using different lines that have been prepared by elite breeders. So the products that are disseminated downstream are not pure breeds, isn't it? So which means the multipliers, they've done the crossbreeding. Everyone downstream here, including customers and whoever is actually doing the selling of eggs, the selling of chicks, is actually selling crossbreeds, isn't it? So if you go out there to a local breeder, to a local seller there, as just a general farmer, you are not going to get pure breeds there. You are going to get eggs that are a product of crossbreeding, or you're going to get chicks that are a product of crossbreeding. That's what we get as producers as well as consumers downstream there. So now you are aware of who occupies what, with the elite breeders, the multipliers, as well as the producers who are just disseminating, getting the products, be it eggs, be it chicks, that have been prepared by multipliers there. So it's not possible for the producers and any general dealer to sell pure breeds, because pure breeds, as you can see, a lot of work has been done by elite breeders. Elite breeders cannot allow their pure breeds to go all the way down, because which means it simply means their work will be taken, the profits will be taken by anyone who has not done any research. So it means that you can only get a crossbreed. For example, if I was going to pick an example, the broilers that we might get downstream here, maybe prepared by multipliers here. The broilers are crossbreds themselves. They are not pure breed. You will not get a pure breed broiler, because what has happened, as I said previously, are a product of many lines that have been prepared by elite breeders. Wow, I think it's now clear the structure of the breeding industry. You are now know what's happening in there, and you are also know, if you are in this industry of animal breeding, you now know where you fit. If you are an elite breeder, you're a multiplier, or you're just a general producer, you are now able to see where you fit exactly. And you are now even able to see where you would want to fit. Maybe you're still an enthusiast. Let's meet in the next section.